Hey, good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Storytime with Justin. No, I'm just kidding. Today we're going to be talking about how to make homemade vanilla extract. This is super easy to make. All you need is some good vanilla beans and vodka, and of course you could use rum or bourbon or something like that. I'm not a drinker. I've just looked it up, and the flavorless alcohol that most people use is vodka, and I thought, well, that's probably what I'll use. So you want to, whatever you use, you don't want to go out and get grandpa's old Mountain Dew or some White Lightning or anything like that, or you may want to use, I don't know. I particularly just going to stick with the vodka, and it's 70 to 90 proof is what you typically want to stay. Nothing over 120 proof. If you use something over 120, it can dry the beans out, or if you use something under 70, you may have some mold growth and things like that in the bottle. So you don't want to do that. You want to stick between 70 to 120 and nothing over and nothing under. So that's basically what you want to do. Here in the South, it was a little cooler today, so I thought, since I had a fireplace going, a fire going in the fireplace, I figured, why not? So here we are directly in front of the fireplace, and we'll go ahead and get started. So like I said, you want to use some good quality vanilla beans. These beans in particular, they are Madagascar grade A vanilla beans. There were 25 of them in this pack, and I paid just about $30 for it on Amazon. So you can shop around. You might be able to find a better deal on some beans, especially if you're going to make a large batch. So I had made last month a batch of vanilla extract, and here's the last month's batch. And so since I had 25 beans left over, I thought, well, I'll go ahead and use these up and show you all how to make a bottle for yourself. Maybe help some others out there make some vanilla extract. So I'll make one bottle to demonstrate to you guys how to make it, and hopefully from there you'll be able to do it on your own. So what I like to do, we have this pack. I'll just go ahead and cut it open. So what I like to do is I like to slice them right down the center, and I'll show you what I mean. So these bottles that I got are 8-ounce bottles. So the recipe calls for 5 to 6 vanilla beans per 1 cup, which is 8 ounces. So I'm gonna use 2, 3, 4, 5, and get one more. I'm gonna use 6 vanilla beans and to make this batch. So what I do is I get a pair of scissors, and I just take and cut it right up the center. So there are some people who like to slice them directly in half. Some people like to fold the beans over and just cut them in half and drop them in. I just like to cut it open like this and drop it in, and I don't scrape anything out. I just drop it in like that, and then add the alcohol. But this is the easiest way for me to do it, and they smell really good. You can't smell it on camera, but you get a pack of this stuff, and I'm telling you, you will be happy. If nothing else, you'll have a bunch of bottles to give out to your family for the holidays, for Christmas, birthdays. They love it. So yeah, this stuff is a little bit messy, but that's okay. So we got 2 more to go. If you have another way of doing it, feel free to let me know. This is the only second batch I've ever made. I've never done this before, so. But another thing, as you start, you'll see when I fill this up, it will be lighter in color, and these bottles are darker. So as they sit and age, it will take on a darker color every day as the day goes on. And 6 months is the minimum that you'll want to leave these sitting. So 6 months is a minimum. You may want to leave them. There's a lot of people who leave them in a dark place for a year. So it's just kind of up to you. So you'll want to, there's our last bean. So we've got that. Go ahead and clean my hands off. A little bit more with those beans. So by cutting them up too, there will be pieces of the inside of the vanilla bean. So you'll have little black specks and things like that, stuff floating around in it, and that's okay, because that's just extra flavoring down in there. And if you prefer to leave it whole and not have anything floating, why, you can just drop them in whole and not worry about it. So as we fill this up, these bottles are a little bit larger than 8 ounces. I think they're 8.3, these bottles in particular that I've used. So that's okay. I use 6 beans, and they call for 5 to 6. So I like to use 6 beans per bottle. But that's it. You'll just take and seal this thing. Now see how light in color it is? So I just take and seal it up like that. You can dry it off, and what you'll want to do now is take this bottle and put it in some dark place and keep it in a dark area. And every so often, you might want to come every week or so and pick it up and give the bottle a little shake, and just kind of get things mixed up. What I did here, you can see, I just took some twine and I just wrapped it around the neck and tied it in a bow. And I printed out some labels too, because like I said, I've got a lot of family, and I plan to give them out to them as a gift. I myself don't use it, so I'll give it to them and they can use it. If you plan on making any labels, it's a really nice way to fancy it up a little bit. So I just made some labels and peeled it off and stuck them on the front of the bottles, and just put them in a pantry and let it do its thing. So that's it. Super easy. You guys are gonna love this. So I hope you've enjoyed the video. If you have any questions about it, feel free to reach out and ask. But we'll see you next time. Thank you all. Have a good day.